Hello friends, it's Kristine Vicente with Queen City Stamp Art, and I'm back this week, this time sharing a Christmas in July themed card featuring the Tidings and Trimmings Suite from the annual catalog. So the annual catalog always has a little holiday section, and this year they're showcasing, of course, they always share some of the past stamp sets and things that they had from years past. They always carry a few things over from the previous year's holiday catalog. But this year they're also featuring a suite of product called Tidings of Christmas, and you can find it in your annual catalog on pages 88 and 89. And there's a beautiful stamp set that has coordinating dies and a gorgeous paper packet, 6x6 paper. It's called the Tidings of Christmas 6x6 paper packet. And there's a ribbon that's part of this suite as well. And I just love this suite of product. When I opened up the catalog the first time and looked through it, I fell madly in love with this. And I think it's because I love the patterns of the papers. So I'm going to give you a quick little peek at these because I have something fun at the end that I want to share. But this is the card we're going to make today. So this card features the stamp set, some of the dies, and then we're also going to be using strips of the pattern paper. I like to use up strips when I cut and make cards. A lot of times I have extra pieces left over, especially if I'm doing 6x6. So I had a whole pile of these little strips left, and so I'm going to show you how to make this little panel here, and then we're just going to decorate it and keep it kind of simple. But before I do, I wanted to give you a little bit closer look. So this is the stamp set. Beautiful sentiments, really pretty, great fonts, great sayings, 2 different stockings, a star stamp, some different leaf sprigs and berries, a little bow, and these are fill-in stamps for the leaves, which is nice. A couple of little tiny stars and a to and from, which I always love whenever there's a stamp set that has a to and from, because you can really stretch it a little farther and make a bunch of tags with it as well. So this is the stamp set, and it's photopolymer, so it's see-through, which is also nice. The dies, wonderful too. You get a few extras in here. So you're going to get a star, another berry sprig, and a leaf sprig that I used to cut the leaves for this, and I left it upstairs. I'm sorry, I don't have that one. But what's nice about this is that leaf sprig, the berries, and the holly leaves, and the holly berries can all be cut and used without any stamping. So you can cut the shapes and use them on your card without having to stamp anything. There are leaf images, though, that will be die cut out if you want to stamp them and die cut them, and same with the berries, which is wonderful. The stocking is so cute, and there's a couple of duplicates. So you've got 2 holly sprigs, which is great, so you can maximize your efforts, put them both down if you're doing multiples. And then this little row here of tiny berries. This is really cute. They've been doing this in several holiday sets, I've noticed over the last couple of years, where they give you a little row of berries to cut. That's always fun. Then you get this great big star, which I love, and then this really pretty, it almost looks like string art star that gives you a really neat pattern that you can layer these pieces together or use them separately. Same thing with the smaller star. So this is a great die set. It's really fun to use even without the stamps, but the stamps just make it extra great. And then the papers. The papers are really beautiful. So I'm going to try and give you a look at these, a little bit closer look. So this is one of the patterns, and then I'll flip them over. So this pattern, and then it has a green botanical on the back, and then a cherry cobbler stripe and some little trees. That's really cute. This one has a really pretty green leaf pattern, and then a Sahara sand botanical. This one has cherry cobbler and a beautiful stripe. This is another real beautiful floral pattern, or like sort of botanical pattern with leaves and berries. And then a really cool chevron in the evening evergreen color. And then you've got this beautiful pine and berries with little Sahara sand pine cones in a tiny print, and then a little Sahara sand snowflake print. So beautiful patterns, very versatile. The neutrals are gorgeous. The patterns are gorgeous. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this paper set. So what I wanted to tell you about, which is so fabulous, is that if you like this card, then you're going to love the Christmas in July card class I'm offering. So I have a card class to go. So anybody who's watching, as long as you're in the United States, you can participate, and I'll mail you the kit. I offer to-go classes every month, and one of the classes is going to be the Christmas in July gift card holder class. So you're gonna be making in the class, you'll make 2 each of these 3 gift card holder designs, and they're all a little bit different. So this one has a pocket for a gift card here. This one has a pocket here where the gift card goes, and then this one is a pocket in the back. And this one is great because it fits the whole gift card if it's on a cardboard sheet. So there's a couple of different versions and varieties of different gift card holders. So you'll get to make 2 each of the 3 different designs. I pre-cut everything, so you get the kits to put everything together. And then you'll also receive a full embellishment, which in this case is probably the metallic pearls, and also a paper share of this gorgeous paper. So you'll probably get 2 sheets of each of these patterns as part of your kit. The base kit is $25, and then any add-ons, so you can add on the bundle. So this bundle, let's just see how much the bundle is. I kind of forgot because I planned this out a little while ago. Yeah, the bundle is $41. So if you purchase the bundle, I will ship that as part of the kit. That's an add-on that you can select when you register. And I'll pay shipping and tax for this and just put it in your box with your kit, and you'll be able to make them. And you're just paying the flat fee for the base price for the bundle. So you're also going to be welcome to use these kits with any stamps or dies that you already have in your stash. So don't feel like you have to buy that to complete the cards. If you want them to look like mine, you will. But otherwise, you don't have to. You can use whatever you have on hand. So if you're interested in taking this class, you just need to register, and you'll go over to queencitystampart.com and click on the events tab. And if you scroll down, you'll see the advertisement for this cute class. So I hope you'll join me. I would love to send you a kit. And registration closes July 15th. So you have about a week left, I'd say, about 5 days left to register. So let's get going on the card. So as I said, today's card is going to be featuring some card strips from some some designer series paper strips left over from my little stash here from different cards that I've been cutting up. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to take our supplies, and part of the supplies is a little white rectangle that measures 3 by 4. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting strips of strips of designer series paper using my trimmer. And I'm just cutting them at 3/4 of an inch. And most of them are long enough to go on the diagonal. And so I'm just pulling them out of my pile and cutting a bunch of strips to add to my panel there. I love this trimmer because you get to use both sides of the cutting trough to cut your strips. I have that pattern. I don't really want the dark one. I want to stick to the lighter ones since this is a clean and simple card. So they all measure 3/4 of an inch wide. It doesn't matter how long they are, because we're going to glue them to the base, and then we're just going to trim them off. And I think that should do it. So I'll move this out of the way. And now we're going to get down to putting the card together. Okay, so what you're going to do is get your adhesive, and you're going to add a generous amount of adhesive onto your 3 by 4 rectangle. And you want to make sure you get the edges really well, like the top and the bottom and the sides. So there's a lot of adhesive on here. And then you're just going to start laying your strips across. And it's not important really what arrangement you give them. You just decide how you want them to look, and or the order that you want them to be in. I think I'll save this one. I'll do another one of these. And you just want them to line up right next to each other. Until the whole thing is covered, just like that. So now the whole thing is covered. Then you're going to flip it over and take your snips, and you're just going to kind of go up against the edge of the basic white rectangle and trim off the excess. You're going to go all the way around. This is such a great way to use up scraps of cardstock, and you can do this to create backgrounds in all different card themes. I just thought it would be fun to show you this since I had a bunch of scraps of this pretty paper, and I like to use as much of it as possible and waste as little as possible. And that's what you end up with, is this really cool rectangle. And you could go straight across or whatever, but I like to do it on the diagonal. I think it's fun. So here's this, and then let's pull in the rest of the card making materials. So in addition to this little piece, we're gonna start with a base card in basic white thick, and I created a top folding base card like this, but we're actually going to turn it on its side. And then I cut a layer panel in basic white and dry embossed it with a Tasteful Textures embossing folder. And I'm just going to layer on this piece flat to the base card like this. Then we're going to take the piece we just created and we're going to layer that onto a piece of soft succulent. And this just gives it a clean edge. It has a very tiny border. I didn't do a full 1/4 inch. I think I did 1/8 of an inch. So it's a little bit smaller than that all the way around. And you're just going to kind of line it up. You just want a little border to keep it nice and clean. And then this piece will also layer directly onto the base card. And I'm just going to put it toward this bottom right corner. Like this. Just like that. Then, I must have some adhesive on here. Then I'm going to take a little scalloped circle that I cut from my Layering Circles dies. And I've got my Cherry Cobbler ink pad. And I pulled out a sentiment from the stamp set. I pulled this May Your Days Be Merry and Bright image out. And we're going to stamp that on the circle. Like that. And then we're going to use some of our dimensional adhesive to pop that up. And then we're just going to place that here on the card in the bottom right corner, like that. And then we'll take a little bit of adhesive and put it on the backs of the little sprigs here. I'm just going to do a little bit toward the bottom. And then we're going to tuck these in next to the sentiment, just to add a little extra texture and interest, like that. And then to finish this one off, I'm going to use some of these red rhinestone basic jewels. These are also in the annual catalog. Everything here is in the annual. I love Christmas in July. I think it's because I really enjoy most of all making Christmas cards. That's probably my favorite thing to make out of everything. And so it's fun to kind of anticipate that, especially when there's a brand new holiday catalog coming. The July to December mini catalog is coming. And we also have a huge sale coming on Celebration. It's round 2 of Celebration. So for those of you who don't know, when Celebration comes around, it's twice a year now. It's January and February. And now it's also going to be, this year, it's going to be August and September. When you make a $50 purchase from Stampin' Up, there's a special flyer that you get to pick a stamp set or some paper. There's a bunch of prizes that you get to pick, or gifts, I should say, gift with purchase. So if you make a $50 order, there's a gift you can pick out, a series of gifts. They're wonderful this year, absolutely beautiful. Lots of paper, some embellishments, some stamp sets, just beautiful. I think you're really going to love the offerings. So anyway, if any of you out there don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd like to see a copy of that catalog, please shoot me an email. You can reach me at queencitystampart@gmail.com. I'd be very happy to put a complimentary catalog in the mail to you. So please send me a note if you would like one. I'm going to be mailing those out within the next 2 weeks. So this is the card for today. I hope you enjoyed my little Christmas in July. I had a lot of fun making this and sharing this stuff with you. And I hope that if you enjoyed this card, that you'll consider the class for the gift card holders, Christmas in July gift card holder class. Again, registration closes July 15th at noon. So head on over to Queen City Stamp Art, click on the events tab, and you'll be able to register at the link there. Thanks so much.